What's up, Sly Cat? How are you? Shows just shows there's one in here right now. I think it's just you, bro. What's new and exciting on this Wednesday evening? It's quiet down here for right now, but it won't be. Good to hear, man. What's up, Sedano? Unbox that S2. Oh, we will. We're going to get to her. Sitting over in the other room right now. I should go get it, actually. Hopefully James pops on. What's new with you, Sedano? Did you get an S2? Are you getting one? Maybe, maybe not. Oh. Let's get the beverage situation figured out here. Scenery material all over the table here, so probably need that. What's up, Don? How we doing? You didn't get one? Oh, good, man. Do you want one, or you're not into them? You got a Greenbrier. Very nice. Which one did you get? Don't you have the Chessie? Do you have the Chessie Greenbrier? The not the Chessie, with the obviously the orange and silver one. Do you have that one? Hey, what's going on, Darren? Evening. Just gonna get some stuff started here, and we're gonna unbox the new S2. Let me go. Actually, I'm gonna go grab it. Give this guy his own little seat. There we go. Oh, you got your A6? Those do look nice. They do look like they came out nice. I haven't went down the PRR road name yet. Oh, the Metkaberg. Okay. 613 Greenbrier. Nice. Yeah, Mike can get you some good deals. He's the one that got me the good deal on the J1 that I have yet to pick up. EM and IR production. What's up? Humus has awakened the ancient one. Humus, we're going to awaken this S2 here very momentarily. What's up, Aaron? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. That's a terrible look for you guys to be looking at right here. There you go. The A6s did turn out nice. They did look nice. Anybody get a good deal on one? Or do you guys have to? They were what, 1,000? Were they over 1,000? Or do you guys get them right around like $8.99 or 1,000, right around 1,000? Or were they a little more? I know the one muffins had, I think they were a little over 1,000. But we're going to talk a little bit about we're going to talk a little bit about some of the Lionel stuff. What could be down the pipeline? All right, guys, I can't wait any longer. Yeah, right, Sedana. Jeez, you're dropping stuff. I'm breaking stuff, guys. We're going to open this thing up here. We're going to get this thing out of the box. As soon as I clean this mess up that I made. Good Lord. You know, doing modeling, you collect so much stuff and you're like, oh, I'll use that again. And it just sits in these totes, in these bins. And it's like multiple pairs of scissors, 6,000 knives. All right. $8.99 at Muffin. 1,000 shipped. Big Rich, what's up? Bernsey, what's up, man? We're going to pop open the S2 right now. Let's move you guys back here a little bit. Let's do this. I got this the other day, but I wasn't home until today because my job requires me to be out of town sometimes. Well, every week. And out of town, I mean by, like, for me, it's like Lewisburg. Bernsey. You better not have to. Brand new. Big Rich, you got one of these. You got muffins, right? You got the MacArthur. Bernsey, you got to drive to Williamsport just because. You don't need to come fix anything. Actually, I got to get a couple springs from Lionel to fix my kinematic coupler for my one of my Rio Grande units that was supposed to get fixed, but they didn't. What up, selling if anybody missed out on it? You're selling your S2? Big Rich, you're selling your S2? Is that what I'm picking up? Yeah, Slag. I think they're it's at Strasbourg, which this is going to be. We're going to have this prototypically pulled passenger cars tonight, which would be Strasbourg, because you know the 6200 pulled Strasbourg cars. Yeah, it's going to be a nice engine when it's done. I wonder if they're going to shine it up, give it a nice glossy finish, or if they're just going to have it like a matte. You got too many pre-orders. I get that. So do I. All right, let's pull this thing out of here. I'm glad I opened the box upside down. It's nice and hefty. Lionel, come on. You're getting cheap even on your plastic. It's not even thick anymore. God. Well, that's nice. That's a nice. Looks good. Looks good. Add-on details look pretty nice. Molded in details look decent. Cool. Rich, you're trying to get into third rail? Yeah, you need some money for that, bud. But third rail's good stuff, man. We all know it. Hopefully, these wheels, which they don't sound like they do, unlike my UP, which I think Burnsy, you were telling me about it, obviously, because it's got to go around corners. But they're not clinking. They're not clanging around in here, which is good. Yeah, these tenders look great, man. They look really, really nice. Pop this over here. Got some heft to them, that's for sure. They're definitely hefty. Each stack gets a drop of oil, unless you got to open the other thing for the whistle. Oh, it's got a separate thing for whistle steam? I didn't know that. Good to know, though. Oh, jeez. Oh. There she is. Looks pretty nice. We got the lifters in here, too, I got to put on. Looks pretty good. Looks like they have new new figures in the cabin, which are in the cab, which is nice. Drop plate. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Where the freaking program switches at on this thing? I think I see them. That's nice. That is nice. Let's get this thing oiled up. I'm making an 060 cab forward for my custom railway, not my rail. Oh, nice. Yeah, the colors do look nice. Sean, they do look nice. They came out pretty nice. It's and it's not glossy, which is, I'm glad. But it looks pretty close. I mean, it's got that dark look that the S2 had. Yeah, that's nice. All right. Let's get this thing oiled up. When you run it, let it idle for a while with that smoke. All right. I usually, when I do mine, Rich, I don't even turn my smoke on for a while. I let the I just let it sit. I just prime them and let them sit. And I might run it in like, you know, a day or two. But for me, I typically don't run them right away. Especially when you have the whistle steam ones that have the same reservoir as the stack smoke. You gotta let that batting for the other side kind of soak in. You got a bunch of. The other thing too, I don't know if a lot of you guys do this too, but I typically do this, is I grease I grease the bottoms where the grease screw is. I typically give them a nice little shot. Some people never do it. I know I've heard some guys say that they don't, and they just kind of let it go. But for me, you know, a greased engine is going to be a happier running engine, in my opinion. So I use Lebel 106 for greasing, and then I use Lebel 107 for oil and like rods and things like that. And also when I do rolling stock, I do the same thing. I do the same thing for rolling stock. So bear with me here, guys, while I get this thing greased up, and we'll get it fired up momentarily. Yeah, I didn't know the whistle smoke or the whistle steam was separate. I didn't know that. Did not know that. I actually think when they were talking about this engine, whenever it was, when Ryan was talking about it, and I asked the question about the smoke. Maybe it was this engine, maybe it wasn't this engine, but I thought he had said that there was another reservoir, which is cool. You get better smoke output that way anyway. A lot of grease ports on this thing, I'll tell you that. Take off some pickup rollers. Is what common, Sedano? Having two reservoirs or just one? I think it depends on where the whistle's located. If that's what you're asking, just because of like for instance for this model, it's way in the back by the cab, so that's a long way for that to travel, or to get that thing to get juice. So I think that's maybe one of the reasons why there's another separate. Yeah, absolutely separate for the whistle. Just because it's so far back. Like if you have like a little Mikado or something like that, even my M1. And I think, now that I think of it, I think it was the M1 that I was asking Ryan about, was if it had separate, a separate reservoir for whistle, and he said no. He said it was all the same. But again, I guess it just depends on the model. All right. Sorry, guys. I know this is probably pretty pretty boring for you to watch. I know, like my New Haven, or even my M1 for that matter, the ones that just have that share, that don't have separate, the I know that it takes a while for the smoke to actually, or for the liquid to actually get back into that reservoir. So you're whacking on the whistle and there's just nothing coming out of it. So that's one of the main reasons why I just kind of prime them and don't run it. I just let it go. All right. One little thing here, and we'll get this thing running. Get this thing running. Yeah, I saw the video that you made, Rich. I think it was just a short you just put up. I think I saw that. That's a nice looking engine. That MacArthur's a nice looking model. If I wasn't a if I didn't like real fantasy looking stuff, that I would get one of those. That looks really, really nice. I always get worried about green with Lionel, and any other color for that matter. All right. Let's get this thing fired up here. Yeah, it looks great. All right. Let's give her some juice here. What's up, KNR? Just throwing this new S2 on the track. Getting her greased up. Yeah, Don, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. So you guys can see here. All right. Things look a little finicky tonight for some reason. Anytime I try to do something like this, it's just you guys know how it is. There's always setbacks. Always something happens. I think the best looking tenders is the Vanderbilt. Yeah, Vandy tenders are nice. I'll agree with that, Slag. Yeah, it's a nice steam engine. It's a big one. All right, what do we have in here? This should be 4-digit, right? Should be. So let's see. There we go. What's up, Mike? Turn her down a little bit. All right. Starting to doze off on the couch. It's got what whistle options do they give us? Let's hear. They give us an N&W Hooter. Hey Mike, it's my favorite whistle. Freaking Banshee whistle. GS4. You got, oh my God, Lionel. Pulling the N&W Hooter again. Oh, we tripped a breaker. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh. Stand by, guys. Never easy. I don't know what happened there. All right. There we go. A little bit of hiccup there. Sorry, guys. So your whistle options aren't bad. Obviously, you're going to stick with the traditional one.
Dispatcher, we still all clear? Over. Roger, your track is clear. Dispatcher out.
Still same kind of crew talk. It's all right. Use the deep sounding whistle. Rich, which one is that one? Probably is it that one? That's most prototypical, I think. Yeah, no chuffs, man. It just sounds like a whine. Keep an headlight and the lights on leg mode. Make sure they don't blink when they're going down the road. You got to keep an eye on that. Oh, dude, nice KNR. Yeah, that's tough on the body. There it is. You guys can get a peek at it. It's a nice engine. It's a really nice looking engine. Really, really nice looking engine. Yeah, it does. It's lovely. Beautiful sounds. Mike, when is yours coming in? Did you get the same one I got, 6200? Or did you get the Tuscan one? The Tuscan finish. I can't remember what you said. We gotta put the smoke lifters on that thing. I think from what Lionel said, these are magnets. Maybe. What's up, James? We were just talking about you earlier. Sly Cat was wondering if you were going to pop on tonight. smoke lifters on and put some smoke in this thing. Been busy, that's good. Joker needs to get one. He won't get one. He doesn't like them. What's up, Sam? Good evening. Good to see you. So this is a smooth running engine. Bring it out here. These, we're going to find out right now, Mike, if they did. Check something out here. 9. Smoke fluid location for whistle smoke. Oh, look at those guys being nifty. It's probably a tiny hole. No, guys, I don't count when I put drops in. Oh, nice. It's not bad. So the smoke fluid for the whistle steam's right up here, right on top of this sand dome here, which is nice. And I get one of my trusty little duster. Just a few. No, that's nice. I like that. I'm excited to see. I just picked up my 6200 from Legacy. That's what this one is, man. Yeah, I'll do the reverse here too, Mike. Let me put these lifters on, and we'll see what we got. Put this out of the way here. Yes, they are magnetic. Yeah, just like that. That's it. So underneath, I guess this part right here is magnetized. Same with where the walkways are, and then you just pop it right down on the walkway. So that's it. Well, let's see. Mike asked about lifters are easy. Yeah, it is, Mike. Absolutely. Smoke fluid for this right now. I didn't know what I wanted to put in it, so I'm just using Nada from a JT. Mike, stop reading directions. Just open the things up. I want to make sure I put the smoke in the right thing. Dathan, what's up, man? I don't think I said hey to you yet. If I missed you guys, sorry. No, Mike, you got to use the crossbar. The crossbar? What are you talking about, bro? Yeah, right there. It locked right in. Perfect. Let's turn this thing up a little bit. Let's try the reverse. Let's try yeah, it's a little bit different. Not much. But it's kind of like the diesels. Like, the one thing that I wish it had that it doesn't have is I wish I had like an RPM rev that doesn't have that feature, that option. It's just it is what it is where it's at. You got to use the crossbar. There's a bar. You put the lifters together and then you slide it on the locomotive. Trust me, it's there. We'll see when it pulls back around here what it does. I believe you, man. It's in the bag. Oh, I don't think anything was in the bag. I don't see any bag with it. Or in the bag. One thing I will note, maybe not, I don't know, it felt like it was a little quiet for my liking. Yeah, the 6200 does have smaller lifters. Those lifters are, these ones are a lot bigger. I mean, they're on. They're on. They're on. So what's this? Or the steam on here? See how that looks. Turn the chuff on. Well, you guys are asking a lot. I'm just kidding, Chad. How the hell do you turn the chuff on? Number 11 for smoke lifters. Let me see if that's in here, Rich. There are 2 magnets on top of each walkway to slide a locomotive smoke box. Attach the smoke selectors with the magnets. Yeah, there's no things on here. Negative, sir. Whistle steam effects. Turn on and limit is powered up. Toggle between turning and chuffing. Aux 3. I figured it'd be aux 3. Chuff. Sure. Yeah, send it to me, Rich, because in here it just has, it doesn't say that. 14. No chuffing. It ain't chuffing. Huh. Yeah, I tried aux 3. It signals a whistle. Uh-uh. No, Mike, mine has the big lifters. Press the aux 3 key. Nope, doesn't work. Turn this off. Oh, the chuff doesn't work for me. Oh, it's supposed to read the manual. Yeah, I did. For the chuff. It says when the engine stops, press the aux 3 key to switch between turbine mode and chuffing. Power cycling will turn it back to turbine. Or turbine. I don't know. Unfortunately, there's no sound recordings for the PRR turbines. So it's hard to tell if it ever had a chuff sound. I don't think it ever did have a chuff sound, James. I think it was always just like a whiny sound. From my understanding. It's a nice engine, though. I do like it. I wouldn't use the chuffs anyway. But yeah, for some reason, I don't know why. But like I said, the only thing that I wish it did was if you could change the RPMs of the chuffs. The Metka custom run is nice. It's really nice. I did see that one. Which they were smart doing that one because of the 250th anniversary. It's really nice. So it's from the anniversary of America, which I think is really, really cool and smart for them to do. Because then people will want to run it next year. You know what I mean? Cool collector's item. I'll fool with it a little bit more and see if we can get it to get figured out. But it's nice. It's nice. So I was telling a buddy of mine, I think I might have mentioned this last time. I decided to go ahead and order an 080, the Aliquippa and Southern. And I had a couple people ask me about what I thought about the price of that locomotive for what it is. And it can kind of go both ways. How long is the engine? I think it's, when I read, I think maybe 28 inches, maybe 28. Yeah, she's definitely a keeper KNR for sure. Penske guys got to have one of these. Got to have one. But the 080s, like, what are your guys' thoughts of the 080s? And what are your thoughts on kind of like how Lionel's, what their approach is to what they're doing right now with the smaller stuff and not having like bigger engines? I think it's a good move. I think it's pretty smart because we know, like, if they came out with a big articulated, it would be astronomically expensive. Zachary, what's going on, man? Thanks for popping on. You like the Southern one? That Southern one is cool, dude, with the war bonds. That paint scheme is really nice on that tender. Keith K, what's up? That is the new S2. We just unboxed it, greased it up, put it on the track. It's the 6200 with the smoke lifters, the large smoke lifters. It's a very nice engine for any Penske collector. Very, very nice engine. Here it comes. Runs really smooth, not real noisy. Yeah, that thing's got to be 28 inches, I bet. It's a long engine. Hopefully they have a Steam-only catalog coming soon. I can't see them doing that right now, unless if there was any way for them to kind of dodge the crappiness of the tariffs. I don't know as if we're going to see a Steam catalog anytime soon, in my opinion. We'll be checking out the Penske S2 here. Yeah, Zach, I'm sure there'll be a lot of them there. There'll be people trying to sell them for sure. Yeah, Mike, I'm glad too for what they are. I really am. Those switchers. It's nice to have a switcher. 080s will sell the younger collectors. 080s are nice. That's a good wheel configuration. We're having a hard time spending $4,000 on a new set. Yeah, we are. You're right. Bernsey, I got to break up my order scale TMCC. Nice, dude. That's awesome. How do those run, Bernsey? How are the TMCC ones? How does it pair to other Brunswick green logos in my collection? Well, I will say there's not a lot of green on it. And if it's Brunswick, it's very, very faint, which I'm okay with. It's comparable to the L1 Mikado, or even probably like the L1 Mikado. Now I know the 210 Decapods their green was a little bit different. When it comes around here, I'll show you. I'll show you. Sedano, thank you, man. Yeah, definitely great addition. It said Southern Pacific on the 080. They got a Southern, it's not Southern Pacific. Put a new cruise control module in it to make it run better. Nice, dude. Let's stop this thing here. All right, let's take a look at this. All right, so you guys were asking kind of about the color of it. It's really hard to tell, probably in video form, but it's got a hint of it, but I'm gonna say it's mostly like a black. I mean, you might be able to see just a little bit of it there from the glow, but it's a very, very faint. Well, here's a good comparison. Like, there's the black on top of this car, and there's the tender. So there's kind of your comparison. So in my opinion, I think it looks great. In person, I think it looks great. But again, you know, it's all what looks good to you. I think it looks good. The whole thing turned out nice. And right here is what I was telling. Right here's where you put your whistle steam. Right down here. Just take this little piece off here. And I go right back over top, which is kind of cool because you got to think the whistle on these things is way in the back here. But it's nice. Yeah, I dig it. It's a nice looking engine. TDKC Trains, what's up, man? He's got an S2. We're looking at S2s tonight. Yeah, Chad, I will agree. I think they did. I think they got the color right. S2 is reasonably priced. I can tell you exactly what I paid for this. I'm not afraid to. I don't care about that stuff. I'll share. I think it's the same price right now as if you go on Charles Rowe and buy one. So, and I even pre-ordered it. It was $1,264. $1,264.99 plus $25 shipping. So it was $1,289.99 total out the door, no tax. That's one thing nice about Charles Rowe, no tax. Which there's a bunch of companies that do that. I think Muffin does it. Thanks, Dathan. Yeah, you got the as delivered one, right, Tom? A little between ouch and boing. Yeah, you're right. Isn't everything that we get nowadays though? Excuse me. Get this thing moving. Let's try this aux 3 again. Nope. Maybe if I shut it down. It is. It is a good price, Zach. It's a decent price for a locomotive of this size. If you think like the Mountains that just came out, they're going for like what, 15, 1600? You know, it's a lot. Let's see what the startup dialogue on this thing is.
Train 1 brakeman to train 1 conductor. East end of the train is clear. Clear to depart westbound on your signal. Over. Train 1 conductor. Station work is complete. Rotate and proceed. Let's pull.
It's decent. No chuffing, man. I don't know. Whatever. I pretty much think you get what you pay for these days. Loads of bells and whistles. You do. Yeah, guys, and I think that's one of the reasons. Like when I saw this engine in the catalog for 2020 when it came out in the big book, I'm like, did they get that price right? Because that engine is the size of any Northern, and a Northern is going to cost you what? Retail 1700. I think the big, or not the big boy, the 844, the FEF was, I think I paid $1530 for that. And like I said, that was $1289, $300 more. And it's the same freaking size. Like you got whistle steam, you got all the stuff. I don't understand why or how they were able to get this one at the price point that they got it at. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. Yeah, Zach, there is a setting. It says to hit the aux 3 key, but it doesn't like it, for at least me. I'm like, where's my boxcar from last week? Boxcar. Are you still talking about the Ann Arbor car? You want that thing, don't you? He wants that freaking long Ann Arbor car I have. I don't even know where that thing is at. I think it's in with my auto racks. Just the thumbs up. What's DTI? Detroit, Toledo, and Ironton? Is that what you're talking about? Was it DT? No. Was it? No, it's Ann Arbor. I don't know what it is. It's a. Yeah, it's orange. KNR, especially if you watch for Mr. Muffin sale, you can save 500 and some off sometime. Yeah, KNR, this is actually a good thing. He had, I don't know if he still has it or not, but he had Burke's. His custom run Burke was an Erie. I think it was listed for $1,600, and he was selling it for 1,000. He was selling it for 1,000 next to the auto rack under the table. Yeah. Yeah, I know which one you mean, Rich. It's the gigantic auto or gigantic. I think it's like a. I think it has a frame load in it. This is the $1 million question. I don't think any of us do. Do we? I'm not. I mean, I'm going to York, like I've told you guys 100 times, to get a couple things, but I'm not buying anything. I'm gonna be content with what I have. Definitely gonna be content with what I have. Rich, you want that? You need that? Hold on a second. Let me pull it out. This is the one you're talking about? Look how freaking big this thing is. Look at this thing, dude. Cripes. It's freaking gigantic. It's longer than an SD70. Here's my Dreyfus. It's almost as freaking long as my Dreyfus. Thing's huge. 1,295, Rich, and it's yours. Yeah, this is a good point. I think this is what we do. And then what happens is we hang out with people, and then people find us things. And then we end up, that's how we end up buying stuff. That's how I ended up buying stuff. Anything getting you, it's, yeah, exactly. It's all prearranged in advance. I think that's like the meetup spot. Definitely like the meetup spot. With my custom run for muffins. Oh, you got an Ann Arbor GP35 from him. Was that a custom run, or was that one that they put into production? I don't know if that was a custom run. Well, oh boy, Jake's here. Everybody watch yourself. Jake's here. Yeah, Thomas, you know Zach's an influence. Bad? No, just honest. They're nice. The GP35s, they're just so expensive. What's the price on those? Would you guys, if you don't mind, what's the pre-order price on those? Not what you paid, or what are they at? I'm still debating if I want to pull the plug on a E8 set, the Penske E8 sets. I was thinking Penske or Wabash. No, it was a customer check catalog section on Joker's Discord, the picture at the crossbar. Oh, okay. I'll take a look at it, bro. Let me see here. Big Rich, where did you put that? Just send it to me in a message. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It was customer check catalog section on Joker's Discord at the picture of the crossbar. Send it to me in a message, bro. If you don't mind. KNR, what are you looking for besides black bonnet stuff? Dathan's got the black bonnet, man. You know that. Yes, Chad, the Wabash E8 is nice. The only thing that's keeping me from that is I like the Penske one because I like the antennas on the top, and I like because it's Penske. But the Wabash one's really nice. Only two because I like Norfolk and Western, and that was a predecessor to the Norfolk and Western. If there's anything that I would be looking for at York, it might be a nice set of Penske passenger cars. And I don't know if I'd want 21 inch. Sedano, hang out with me, man. nice, Rich. There you go. Rich to Rich. Black bonnet passenger car set. I got to get rid of these damn auto racks. That's what I need to get rid of. You guys know anybody that wants auto racks, let me know. Yeah, Keith, I saw your message there. Does anybody else's S2 chuff? TDKC. Thomas, does yours chuff? Mine doesn't chuff. It wants to, but it don't want it. I hit the aux 3, but it doesn't want to do anything. I'm happy with 18 inch. Yeah, I am too. I like 18s. So then I was gonna be buying Western Maryland. You gotta have some Western Maryland, right? You gotta have some Western Maryland. Gotta represent. I really want the Black Hornet CSX SD4. I feel like somebody had that. Oh, Jake says you may know a guy. There you go, Keith. Not Keith. Chad. There you go, bro. You may know a guy. Knows a guy that knows a guy. Thomas, you're breaking her in this weekend? What's it doing? Just sitting on your track right now? Oh, Jake, what are you picking up? Explain yourself. What are you grabbing? What are you buying now? We're making deals on here. Hit me on Discord. Chad. Or Jake, there you go. Hit him up. Picture sent. All right, thought I just heard something click. What in the hell is that thing? Yeah, Rich, I saw the two little things in the front. Those little notches there. But I didn't see no bar. Let me look back through. And it doesn't say anything on the bar or on the booklet about a bar going across. That's really interesting. That's really, really interesting. Sure nothing fell out of here. Oh. You son of a bitch, you. You were right. Look at you. It was in the bottom of the box. It was stuck under the it was stuck under this flap on the inside. Here it is, man. I'm not vacuuming on the floor. Rich, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I never would have done that. Never would have thought that. I wasn't calling you a liar or anything, but look at that. Big Rich for the win. Big Rich for the win. How many times can I get this box out of the box? Jeez. Send me the Ann Arbor boxcar. It's me, son of a bitch. You can look at it, Big Rich, if you want. Here it is. That's it, if you want. I don't know, man. Maybe let me think about it if I want to sell it. Let me think about it. Yeah, Keith, of course. Train Addict 465, what's up, buddy? Let me stop this thing because I got to put this crossbar in. What whistles do you, I'm going to ask you this, Keith. What whistles do you think are in this thing? Besides a Pensy one. All right, here we go. All right. So Keith, what sounds? Oh, hold on a minute. Sorry, not Keith. Duh. Train Addict. What do you think? What do you think's in this thing? Yes, there's Hooters in it. All right, here's the stock one. Turn it up a little bit. Some of you guys can hear it. Okay. There you go, Chad. It's got to have the Banshee, right? Oh, wait a minute. GS4. And then our favorite. And then, of course, it doesn't stop there. Every steam engine has godforsaken. I love Norfolk and Western. I do. It's one of my favorite railroads. But don't put it in 765. Don't put in this. I think it's in my M1 too. It's in everything. It's in. I think it's even in the. Is it on the big boy? Is it one for the big boy? Maybe not. But holy crap, guys! All right, let me put this thing on. I'll just glue that thing on there. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue that thing right on there. Yep, that's what I'm doing. That thing is getting glued right on. You like that last whistle, Rich? Playing any games with this thing. Third whistle sounds like it's underwater. That'd be this is the GS4 whistle, Chad. Send you the box. Sending you shit. You're crazy. I don't know, Big Rich. Dathan, man, thanks for popping on. Have a safe night. Be good. See you on the next one, buddy. .21-inch south wind cars with this S2. We have an S1. What's wrong with your S1, Thomas? Train addict. How did I miss that? Yeah, right, man. I'll put it past him. You know what, Big Rich? You are good for something. Rich, this is why we keep you around. One thing I will say, I guess not one thing, another thing I will say is that those marker lights could be dimmed down a little bit. Get that off there. Oh. Ah. There we go. That's better. Yeah, you got to have Rule 17 on. I don't know. What do you guys think? Green or clear? According to the norm, you just add resistors and then bring the brightness down. I think we're going to leave them clear. All right. I'll figure that thing out, that chuff. Freaking GG1s. Wish Rob was on here. He could talk to you guys a little bit about his GG1 fiasco that he's having. Does anybody want to pop on the stream? Nice, Sedano. Dude, your Army S2 is nice. That thing is nice. I was looking on Muffin today, or the other day, and he only had one, but I looked today and he has like 5 of them. I don't know if people just didn't buy them or people didn't follow through with their pre-order, but he has more of them. If anybody wants to pop on the stream, let me know. I'll send you a link. Curse to Jay in general chat. Let me know if you want to get on. If you guys haven't hit the like button yet, I don't know where we're at here tonight. How many likes are we at? Chester Railway Lines when I'm using my main channel. What's up, man? Thanks for popping on. I haven't seen you on here before. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Tonight we're running the S2 turbine we just got from Lionel. Talking trains. Big Rich is trying to have me send him things for nothing, just because. If you have any interest on popping onto the chat, want to show off your layout, we'd love to have you on. I'd love to have you on, and I'm sure everybody else would too. Got pretty much the roundhouse finished. Got the roofs done. Have some interior details that I got to put on the inside and lighting, but other than that, it's done. But once I get the lighting down, then I'm going to finish the outside, getting that all done and putting some stuff down around that and putting another spur track in, because where I'm climbing right now, I'm right where a spur track would be, and I don't want to be kneeling on a freaking 3 pieces of rail every time I get up there. Oh, is Chester Railway Lines the one who got the 4.6? Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely. I remember. Absolutely remember you. Yeah, man. I remember you being on here last week. Somebody like will go up and turn on the lights and show some of the layout. Oh, very nice, KNR. Let's get KNR on here. I'll send you a link on Discord, KNR. Where are you at here, buddy? KNR. I sent the link to you, Rich. It's in your Discord. Just got a couple more Penske engines I gotta get. I tell you guys I got a triplex. I got one. I'm getting to York. I don't know if I told you guys that or not. I'm really excited about that. I don't know why, but just on this last month I've been on a freaking triplex kick and an Erie kick. I got to get Jake to get me into some Western Maryland stuff. I got some Western Maryland stuff coming, but I need to get him to light my fire. I'll take your time, Rich. You're good, man. Western Maryland, yeah, buddy. Western Maryland diesel. Yeah, I would like a GP7. I like Jeeps. GP7, GP9. What do you think, Jake? What's a good GP7? I was looking at buying one of the consolidations, but I don't like the sounds. The Atlas one. I think it's the one that you bought. I mean, it's nice, but I don't know. Give me something, Jake. That's something would be good for me to have, just to get me into the Western Maryland stuff. MTH 81 and 82, but are correct for the BL2, but never in chassis numbering or speed lettering. Oh yeah, okay. Do you like the speed lettering? What's your favorite? Do you like the Hot Shot set that Lionel put out a couple years ago? The Fireball GP7 I love. I've seen that one. That's the one that I was looking at. That's the scheme that I was looking at. You're not buying another? Why is that? An H9. Yeah, an H9 would be cool. What was their big steam engines that they had? Did they have 210Os? Did they have decapods? They had some big steam. I mean, obviously they had the Malays. I'll say this every time, guys. I just wish Lionel would have nailed 1309. The M2s. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That M2 is... Oh, I like all the piping on the front of that. MTH did it a while ago. Do you have that one, Jake? The M2 Challenger? That's beautiful. Oh, man, that is freaking beautiful. 4664, absolutely. All day long.
All right. Can
What's
you hear
up,
me?
Rich? I got you.
Took me a while to find it. I don't use Discord a lot, so.
No, that's all right, man. How are you?
Good, good. Let me see if I can swing this camera around to the other camera.
Yeah, let's see what you got, man.
Let me see what I can do here. Hang on a minute. I was going to use my iPad, but I don't have Discord on the iPad, so.
Oh, gotcha. No, you're good.
All right. Damn it. My sisters keep texting me.
We got trains to talk about.
How do you turn the Damn it. How do you turn the camera around to the other camera?
Oh, he popped off.
Did you lose me?
I gotcha. You're back.
All right. I don't know how to turn the camera around on my iPhone.
Do you have it looks like a camera, but has like an arrow or like a circle going on? That's to flip it.
Yeah, and I'm looking.
Okay.
At the top it says studio stream. That got a red camera and then a circle. I hit the circle, and that's what made me go away a minute ago.
Right.
It's an arrow, a turnaround arrow or something. But that didn't do it.
Let's see here.
I'm looking.
No, take your time, man. You're good. Take your time.
Here we go. Front camera, back camera.
Nice.
Let's see if this is the back camera.
There we are.
Go. Okay.
Oh, nice.
I'm at the top of my stairs when you come up, and so this
Okay.
is what you see. This is what you see at the top of my stairs. It's 180 out though. It's the other direction.
Holy cow! How big's that room, Rich?
36 by 40.
Jeez.
Anyway, so it's inverted 180. I don't know if I can change that around too. Let me check here. Maybe it'll go
Wow.
the other 180 out. Let's see. No, it doesn't flip it. I don't think. Just has back camera. Okay, well, we'll just go with back camera.
No, that looks good. Wow.
Let's
When
try.
Rich, when did you start that layout?
Well, this September was my second anniversary date. I started 2 years ago on my birthday, basically.
You've done that much in 2 years?
Yeah.
Holy.
So I'll walk around here just to show you. I've got what I call just a basic scenery on the areas of scenery. I'm looking
Okay.
at yours and it puts me to shame.
Oh,
I'd
no,
like to
not at
see
all.
all of that. I'd like to see all that extra weeds and bushes and stuff down the tracks, but might have to bring you up here for a day and have you show me how you did all that. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
absolutely. Now, what are your outer radiuses there on your curves?
The inner one is 072.
Okay, and that's
So
Gargraves?
whatever the outer one is the next radius out.
Okay,
That's
so that's probably,
this is actually my tightest one. This one right in here.
oh, that's nice. So you can basically, you can run anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now,
I
is
try
that's
if I have
Gargrave?
doubts, I keep it on the outer loop, which when you look through it. Anyway, this is I'm gonna turn my camera this way. Does that help? No,
No,
let's
that's
see
what,
what.
yeah,
Hang
that
on.
way's fine, yeah.
How about like that?
It's like, it's sideways. Yeah, just like that, if you don't mind.
Okay, that's
We
fine.
still
I'm
got
just trying
good,
to
we
give you
still
guys
got
the
good.
best view. Anyway, so here's the edge. I got a house that's lit. And then as you come around, it comes into the what I call the power plant and then the coal area.
Okay.
This is a Menards power plant and
Yep, I've seen that before. That's nice.
Goody's coal. Of course, all my Alaska hoppers sitting on the siding.
Beautiful. Now,
I
is that
actually got-
all, is that Gargraves track?
Yeah, Gargraves and Ross switches.
Raw switches.
I have a
okay.
few Gargrave switches I picked up, and then just you can't hardly tell the difference once you get them ballasted. But anyway, I got a little runaround track. You come in off right here, and it lets you go into the
Okay.
power
Into the
and
power plant.
back out. Yep.
Beautiful.
And then I got some Tide hoppers from Menards with their Menards Tide building.
Yeah.
Here's one of my
Oh,
bridges
that's
that we
beautiful. I
make.
got to get those, Rich. I'm telling
I don't have
that
power on
crossover.
right now.
I
Let me
like
go
that
here and turn the.
crossover too. That's nice.
Yeah, that's it's the only double crossover I have. Let's see, where is it? There it is.
You should tell
But,
everybody,
yeah,
Rich, how cheap those things are.
Well, this is a remnants of an old layout and a new layout. I had a layout in Alaska. And then over there, I don't know if you can see it very well, but starts to go on an incline,
yeah.
but I got one of those coal dumper ramps back there.
Very nice.
You can see it. And of course, all my stuff
see a
on
black
the wall
bonnet
is
up there
back
on that
here.
wall.
Well, this one's got, it's sort of it's the mixed black
Yeah.
bonnet. It's got a
With the
silver
silver
tint.
tender, yeah.
But that's pretty much all my Santa Fe
Oh,
stuff on that
nice.
wall.
That's a Santa Fe
And
collection
then-
there, buddy. That's awesome. Are those F3s, ABBA F3s? Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different paint schemes in the ABBAs and the
Do you
F3s.
like the blue bonnets?
Yeah, I got two
They're
sets
nice,
of those.
Yeah. I have one set of the blue bonnets.
Yeah, anyway, I got that. There's two sets up there.
Yeah,
you
I
can
see the yellow ones
Like,
there.
Well, the yellow ones, and then right next to that is the which way we going here? There's two silver.
To
and
the
blue
left there.
sets
Yeah, I see them there. Very nice.
Right up against the wall. I ended up getting one of those. I think it was a screw up. I had ordered. Well, remember I showed you these two
Yes,
sets.
yeah.
These are the black ones.
They're so nice.
Yeah, I showed you those two, and I thought I already had a second set of those, and I ended up buying a third one. But I think what happened is the guy that I bought the one set from, he shipped me the wrong set.
Oh, no way.
And yeah, I opened up a box one day. As you can see, I have a restroom right here in
Yeah,
the
that's
corner.
awesome. That's great.
And when I'm up here by myself, I don't close
Well,
the
you don't
door.
have to, no.
I'm sitting on the toilet, sitting on the toilet, and I'm looking under the layout. There's this big box, and I go, wonder what that is. So I opened up the box and started pulling out, and it was 2 complete sets. I'll show you those
Yeah.
in a minute. I'll go on over here because I want to turn the power on anyway. We'll come back to show you the rest of the layout.
How much? Look at all the lumber. Oh my God. Now what?
Yeah, I built this out of 1x3s and 1x4s and 2x2s.
What do you use for your tabletop?
Hang on, I'm gonna turn the power. I got a remote controlled plug, but I'm on the phone right now. I used 5/8 inch plywood with 1/2 inch foam
What I use
covered it
5/8
all.
plywood.
Here's the roundhouse turntable
Yeah.
area. See the
What
roundhouse
size?
go in right there.
What size turntable do you have?
36, the big one, whatever the
34,
biggest one they
And
had.
then you have is that the Millhouse?
Yeah, 34.
Roundhouse.
Yeah.
Very
Yep.
nice.
And anyway, here's one of the big boys sitting
Very
here.
nice.
Anyway, what I started to say was, I opened up the set, and there was, let's see, is this it? Maybe I don't have it out. Anyway, there was, yeah, it's the heavyweights. They're not
okay.
on layout. They're down underneath, I think. Anyhow, I'll go back to the beginning.
And how high is your tabletops, Rich?
The top is 49 inches.
That's a nice height.
It's 48 for the legs. I just cut all my 8-footers in half so I wouldn't waste it. And then I built up the plywood and the foam on
That's
top
perfect.
of that. So, yeah, I like it because I have those little stools you sit on that I bought from the hardware supply store.
Harbor
What is
Freight?
it?
Yeah.
Harbor Freight, yeah. The little red stools. Yeah, I can sit on those and work on the layout underneath, wire it, do whatever I need to do. So it's perfect. I don't, you're not
your back,
bending over or crawling on your knees. Yeah. Anyway, this building right here is a little warehouse. You can see it's lit up now. They got the lights on. And here's
That's not
track bridge. Oh, the power's not on the track. Otherwise, the top lights.
now. When you do run engines, do you do a lot of switching out in and out, or is it just kind of whenever you kind of feel like it?
It's kind of you mean swapping engines and stuff? Yeah, it's whatever I get the bug for doing. I've got I don't know if you see it over there. Can you see that?
That Santa Fe
Northern?
Is that a 484?
I just upgraded that with PS3, but I got to take it to the train show. I don't have the time to put it on the track and program it. So I've got a friend down in Columbia at the train show I'm going to on the 11th. He'll program it for me. And then he just put an upgraded board in one of my Centennials. I got 3 of them. One's a Proto 1, a dummy, and I had the other one upgraded to Proto 3. So I'm going to pick it up. But anyway, a friend of mine gave me this building right here.
Okay.
And he's going to throw it away. So I brought it home and put lights in it, and I put the dock on it and put the shed roof on the dock.
That's really nice. I like the.
I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can get close enough. See the little light
Oh
on
yeah,
the outside?
see that there, that little gooseneck light there.
Those are lights. They're all there's all the way around. I put those in, and so I lit it all up, and then the hang on a minute. I don't have the other power strip on here. Where is it? I got power strips under the layout.
Right,
everywhere.
sure, absolutely. Got to have them.
Then I got adapters plugged into all those. Okay, now you can see
that's
the
really
lights
nice.
that came onto
super nice.
Power plant.
I see you had the Vetter sash and door building too, as well, from Menards there.
Yeah, I'm coming over there to that. Anyway, I got all these. This is another Menards building. But here's a Vetter sash and door. I just found a truck that I haven't got hooked up. Oops, give me a second. Slow down here. Got to turn on a light again.
I got a question here, Rich. He's Chad asks, are the yellow bonnets that you have, were they a dealer appreciation set?
I gotta remember. I had a friend do a lot of custom painting for me.
Okay.
So they may have been a custom painted set, but I did have a friend who bought a lot of stuff for customer appreciation. And I bought up most of his collection. And that may be from that. I'll have to look at it close to let you know. I can't remember. Anyway, here's Vetter sash
Very
and door.
nice. I have that building, and
And,
then I have the dog chow one, but I don't use them. They're just on my layout.
Well, this came with the one of these trucks, and I just found the other one the other day, so I got to drill a hole and hook
Very
the lights
nice.
up for
Very
that.
nice.
I make all my own Y cords for all of these little connectors that they give
Right.
you.
Yeah.
I got a whole
That's the best way to do
female.
it.
Yeah, so I got those plugged in all over. Anyway, here's my other big boy. This is the first released Lionel did.
The Vision
on the
line.
Vision
That's
line.
like 2014.
Yeah, probably around that.
About
I think
10 years. That's beautiful. Nice.
it was my first leap into spending big money on trains.
Which was over $2,000 easy.
Yeah. Then after that, it's been downhill from there. It's like, oh well, $2,000.
Yeah, that's nothing. $1,500. That's nothing.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if you can see it back here. Here's
Beautiful.
the box car I just got in today. Zach sent me that one. I got to put it up on the shelf
Ooh,
with
I
the
like
rest
those.
of it.
What are those
But-
units there?
This is a custom painted ABA Lionel set. It's their TMCC very first edition. If you read on them, can you read the
Yeah.
side? Let's see.
Columbia, New York. Those are sweet. Who does that for you?
I've got a friend in where is he living? In Indiana.
Okay.
His name, he's on YouTube or eBay. It's Randy's Custom something. I'll have to look it up again, but I ran across him years ago, and he's done a lot of custom work for me. Anyway, the CNNL, they just bought the Atlantic Coastline.
Yeah, that looks
purple
that
and silver
paint scheme. Yeah,
and so all he had to do was paint over the paint, and then I have all the printers and the decal stuff for doing water slide decals, but I haven't got them set back up since I've moved down here, and he keeps bugging me about doing it because I'll show you some other stuff that he did custom because I did the decals for
that's
him.
beautiful.
But anyway, the CNNL was a local Lawrence railroad. I live in Lawrence, South Carolina. And so the CNNL went through Columbia, Newberry, and Lawrence. That's what that's
Wonderful, wonderful.
And I guess one of the Lionel collector clubs did the Columbia, Newberry, and Lawrence boxcar, if you can see those. And so I was picking them up for $9 a piece off of eBay. I think I got about a dozen of them or more. And so this little section right here is my Lawrence town. It's called the Lawrence Y. If you look on the map, there's a little Y downtown, and it's got a little yard like this with an office. I'm eventually going to 3D print the old original station and put in there.
Wonderful.
But so that's what this is. It comes in off, you can see a bunch of switches right here. Comes in on one side of the Y. And then it goes out the other way, back out.
How many switches do you have, Rich?
And then you got, I think, well, as soon as these other two get here, it'll be 115 on the layout. Yeah.
How do you keep track of them all? Oh my gosh.
Well, if you look on the side, see, there's all the controls. They're all just right off the side of wherever that switch is. And if you've got a crossover on either side of the layout, then if you look right here, here's a crossover pair. Okay, well, I got a control for it right here. And then on the other side, there's another one if you need to.
Now, how do you, when you do like your wiring for power underneath, are you like bus wire? Do you use star wiring? How do you wire?
For the switches, I got a bus that runs around for 14 volts.
So they're a constant voltage. Okay.
Yeah. Here's some of the. I don't know if you can see. Here's some of my wiring
in your terminal blocks. Yep.
Yeah. And this comes over to the switch panel over here and all that. And then I got a whole bunch LED strings underneath so you can see a little bit.
Wow. Big
So,
Rich.
I don't know why this one's not lit
Big
up.
Rich's Trains asked, Rich, where do you get those switches at to put on the outside there?
The push button
Yes.
controls.
Yes.
They come with the DZ1000 switch machine. One of these you're talking about? Yeah, those come with the DZ1000 switch machine.
Okay. Perfect.
And there's the
Got a
DZ1000.
dwarf there. Very nice.
And then the dwarfs were the ones we make.
Right. Yeah.
So
When did you start getting into making custom signals and things? Like what got you into that? That said, O-scale needs.
All right. Good segue. Let me walk around the other side of the layout. As you can see, my scenery is very basic.
It looks beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Just blended grass,
you
bushes,
can pull a long consist,
add to it.
Super long consist on that layout.
Oh yeah. Okay. There's a set of trains.
Tracks underneath. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'll show you that. See this set of Alaska engines up here, the red, white, and blue? The bicentennial set.
Oh, is that the bicentennial?
Yeah, it's the Alaska bicentennial set. I don't know if you can see it very well, but anyway, nobody was making those. Nobody had any out, and I got that guy in Indiana and said, "Hey, can you custom paint?" They said, "Well, if you can do the decals for me." So we managed to get some of the decals made, and I custom bought a set. But anyway, if you noticed on top, I'll hold this up real high. See the winterization hatches?
Right on the top there. Yep.
Plows, snow plows. Well, I didn't have, most of that stuff wasn't available. You couldn't buy it off the shelf. So I got into 3D printing and did those.
Okay.
And then once I got into that, I did a bunch of other little weird things. But so then after I did that, excuse me, after I did that set, this guy Randy goes, "Oh, did you know Alaska Railroad had this paint scheme, the one with the yellow and black stripe?"
Yep.
And I said, "No, I didn't." So and I should have known, but I just didn't. So I said, "Well, make me upset. I think all these are either K-Line or Lionel sets. So they're all TMCC." And then, of course, this is the one Lionel did, this set right here with the ABBA set. That was their
one right to the right of that that's my favorite scheme. Or to the left of that you have on those units there. That's my favorite. With the big Alaska, here? That's my favorite. That's the one.
Yeah. Okay, well that was one of theirs too that they came out with. So I got that, and then I have the this set here, which is MTH. I think one of these is an MTH set.
How many, like when MTH does like the ABBA, like how many of them are powered and how many of them are just dummies?
I think that both the A's were powered and the B was a dummy.
And you actually have my favorite to your right there, the tank trains.
Yeah, I'll come back to that in a second. Anyway, then Randy goes, "Hey, did you know the Alaska Railroad had this paint scheme? The big yellow with the black stripe, kind of."
Yeah, it was almost like it looks like a Hornet.
Yeah, big yellow. So I had him do that. So I have like 3 custom Alaska Railroad paint.
That's fantastic.
Which I had him do. So they're unique. I don't think anybody else has.
I've never seen them.
And then this was this steam engine right here.
Challenger? Oh, that's like an Allegheny.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's the K-line, so it's not scale.
Okay.
But I ended up stripping it and put the Alaska Railroad on the tender, so I could have a Malay in Alaska. And then I got all these other little steam engines. That's the Baby Mike. And this was another one Randy did for me.
Back there? Yeah.
Yeah, this is a 2-truck Shay, and I had it made up with Alaska Lumber Company.
Did they have a lot of steam engines?
Actually, they had all of these. They had them in different parts. They didn't have the Allegheny, but the Mountain that I just got.
I know they had the Mountain.
They actually had one of those. So that's the road number and everything of that was exact.
Okay.
And this was the original, the bicentennial set got sold
Oh,
to
with
the
the
Arizona.
eagle on it. Yeah.
Yeah, Verde Canyon Railroad.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so he painted me up a set of those, and I made the decals
Oh,
for
those are
him.
beautiful.
So
If
yeah,
you had to pick,
they're
Rich,
unique.
what, are you a fan? Like, what's your favorite diesel? Is it like F units?
Yeah, I'd probably have to say the
Okay.
F units, especially with the varieties that they
Right.
got. But I like a lot of them. You know, I've got a lot of the Jeeps, which you can see some of them up here. These are all the SD70s
Sure,
that
yep.
they came out with
Yep.
over. And of course, that's that new bicentennial one they just came
Right.
out with. And then I've got the Bud set up there. And those are custom too. I put a TMCC upgrade
Do you like
in it and lighted
do you
it.
like running the Bud cars? Like, are they fun to run?
You know, I haven't had them on this layout yet, but they are
Oh,
pretty neat,
okay.
especially since I put TMCC in
Okay.
this one. And so it's not, it was just conventional when I got them, but it's upgraded. It's got the sound and
beautiful.
everything with the diesel motor and all that. Anyway, you guys saw that on one of my YouTube videos.
Oh,
not too
is that
long
the
ago.
Camelback?
That was my birthday present. Yeah, that was my birthday present to
That's
me.
awesome.
And then this is a custom car I did.
Oregon
Oregon
Oil Company. Or, oh, very nice.
Can you read it? Yeah. So then, of course, the Santa Fe. This is just a tank train I got behind that engine. They go all the way down. There's a big stream of them. But yeah, you mentioned something about under the layout.
The tank train.
What
Look
I
at all
got
the
is,
tracks.
let me go. Yeah, hang on a minute. I'm going to go over here just a second so you get a better understanding of what's going on. Take you back out front. Sorry if it's
No,
going
you're
a little
fine.
fast.
You're doing great. It's perfect.
Okay. If you look over here, this is on the outer edge of the layout where you had the
Next to your
power
substation
pack and all
there.
that.
Nice.
Yep, but coming off the side, there's a switch here, and that's got a down ramp that goes down. Happen to have my Alaska mountain parked here with
what's your grade
stream
percentage there?
probably about
3%?
3%. I tried not to go any more than that, but it's I had to go down 17 inches or some
Holy
screwy thing.
moly.
Anyway, you can see it.
Oh my gosh,
it goes
yeah,
down
yeah.
way down back
And they have no
behind there.
problem coming up that?
No, I don't have anything that strains to get
Knock
up
on
it.
wood.
Now that I showed you that, let me go back around this way. And then over on this side, I got a switch right here. And that comes around this way
Now,
and goes downhill as well. You can kind of see the grade. Let me stand back a
oh
little
my God.
bit.
Oh yeah, I can see it definitely. Now I got to ask Rich, when you designed your track plan, did you use a program? Was it kind of like you had a vision in your head of like what you wanted it to look like? How did you go about that?
I had a big 3 foot by 2 foot sheet of 1/4 inch graph paper. And I sat down and just drew out the building shape and what I had,
No
you know,
kidding.
started going from there, drew it out on graph paper. And it's pretty close. I got the graph paper laying there. Everybody asked me that. So I pick it up and show them. Anyway, this area is the part that goes down. And you can see what the grade is. It's not too
But
terrible.
it separates it so nicely just to give it that depth.
Yeah, it came out pretty good. I you know, if I like anything else, you wish you had less grade
Sure.
and all that, but nothing strains. But anyway, what happened was I got this is the ramp that goes down to the staging yard underneath. And they used to be 2 open tracks here. They go all the way down. I'll show you that. Goes all the way down here and goes under the layout. Let's see here. Let me pull this out. All right. So it goes under here. You can see the staging
this is all
yard.
staging, yeah.
Underneath there's like that, 9-track staging yard, maybe? Yeah, 9 with a runaround track.
Now, what are you using for your main power source? Like, how do you have everything blocked up? Like, how do you go about doing that? Just because it's so elaborate.
All right. Yeah, right now I just got 2 major blocks. I have a Z4000, and it just runs all my switch machines.
Right.
And then I got the newest ZW with the meters
Oh,
across the top.
right, yeah, the ZWL or whatever it is.
ZWL, yeah. And that I like it because I can set the voltage a little better.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I don't have any problems with it. I finally got everything working where DCS and TMCC works together and all that. But so anyway, this was used to be all open. And I said, well, that doesn't give me any room for this
Exactly,
town
yeah.
that I put in. So I ended up building viaducts. So my brother 3D printed all these arches for me.
Gosh.
And you can see the arches that go all the way down. That covered those few tracks up. And I can still get to them. There's not,
Yeah.
you know, there's access. So anyway, that gave me room to put this little town. And I'll run down, show you the town. Most of these are woodland scenics, but every once in a while, like this is Eric's Trains
Oh yeah, right.
building.
Legacy Station.
But all of these are woodland scenics, I think. And wait a minute. Oh, I don't have track power. I got a bunch of street lights here that aren't lit because they run off track power.
Okay.
Or the other. Anyway, yeah, that's why these aren't lit. But they go all the way down, and then you get down here, and this is another MTH. This is the police station, and all these lights light up. And then the road goes back behind here and across the tracks, and it goes over to the other side. But so this gave me a place to put the town. And this fence that's along here, I put that up so the drunks wouldn't fall over the edge. Anyway, that was a 3D printed HO scale track. Somebody had drawn up some HO
Oh my
scale
gosh,
track.
yeah.
So it goes all the way down, but it's just a barrier fence. And then I got the crash barriers, Jersey barriers in here. That's so the drunks won't drive over the
Now,
side.
how do you do your pavement there for your roads, your asphalt? What's that?
Okay. Well, I don't have my lines
Right.
or any of the weather, you know.
But it
the
looks
detail
great.
put in. But what I do, I use Woodland Scenics N scale fine ballast,
Fine ballast.
and I use the black because it's
Right,
already,
yeah.
you know, or gray. I had gray when I started, and I bought black. But I just take and I've got one of those little mini rollers that you can roll glue down with, and so I roll the glue real thick and heavy, and then I just pour the fine ballast over it, and I just let it pile up. I don't even try to smooth it. And then after, let it sit overnight. And then I've got these somewhere. I got the little DeWalt mini vacs. I'll show you that when I go around. They're little hand. They've got a battery. And I just come along and suck up all the extra loose ballast.
Yep.
And then I can recycle. I take a clean filter and then I dump it all back into the jar.
Right.
So I don't waste a lot of ballast. You know, I recycle a lot of it.
Sure.
And then after it's down, I use the Woodland Scenics asphalt paint, and I go over it. Probably I need another coat on this because all this has got like one coat. But that's how I did all of the roads for the asphalted part.
Super nice.
And then of course the gravel and the ballast that's all on these tracks are Brennan's Better Ballast.
Brennan's, yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Brennan's, and it looks really, really good.
Well, this, believe it or not, was Michael's. Michael's had a gray and a silver.
Oh, from the craft store, yeah.
Ballast, darker gray. And I mixed the two 50-50, but then they quit carrying the dark gray. So I do
have to ask, Rich, what was your reasoning for going with Gargraves? Like, what was it about that track that you were like, I want to use that over anything else?
Well, I bought a bunch of the Atlas track when they first came out because it was new into that, and I thought, well, let me try it. And I didn't like how frail. Well, I still don't. I'm using Atlas in my turntable in the roundhouse, and if you put too much downward pressure to try to pull the track tight to maybe take a bump out, it'll pop off the ties. You know, those little spikes break off. And even Eric was complaining about that on some of his switches. He had several of his switches fail because the ties were breaking off their thing. And so then I tried, who was it? MTH. I went and got some
the
of
real
their
tracks,
stuff. Yeah, but I didn't like all the goofy connectors and pieces they had going with it, and thought, this is too limiting. So I bought some of their flex, but it's the same kind of thing. It's like, well, how are you supposed to put it together? You know, I knew you have to cut and bend, but it was so stiff that it wouldn't stay bent. And same way with the Atlas Flex, you bend it and you have to put it down as you're going because it won't stay bent. But anyway, here's the street lights, what they look like when they're
Oh,
lit.
those are nice. Where are those from?
Believe it or not, 90% of the stuff on here that's scenic is from Temu.
Are you kidding me?
I buy it all from Temu. No, I'm an addict. I've bought like 900
all the
individual
scenery
items.
material.
Yeah, you can see all my scenery material. A lot of it's from Temu, not all of it.
Now, do you have a favorite ground cover that you like to use? That's like your staple. I know some guys. For me, it's like
I do.
I use Green Adirondack from Woodland Scenics or from Scenic Express. That stuff's good.
Yeah. I don't know if you can really see it. This is called Flock and Turf by Scenic
Express.
And it's kind of got a mixture of colors. It's mostly green, but it's got a mix of green. It's not one color. Anyway, what I do is I blend all my own. What I do is I take that stuff and I'll take a jar, see this little jar, and I'll pour about half the jar full of that. And then they've got, let's see if I can find a bottle of it. I got this bunch. They got several shades. I don't know if you can see this color. See how it's got kind of
like an
yellow
look to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a mix. I take that, and then there's a dark green. I guess it's probably one of these.
There you go.
Here's a dark green.
Nice. Yeah.
So I take and put like a half-inch layer of the mixed green, and then a half-inch layer of the dark green, and then I take the here you go. Here's just brown. See this brown, soily, dirty looking. And I'll pour about a half-inch layer of that. So I mix all four of those together, shake it up, mix it up. And what I end up with is something that looks like this. And I'll go back over here and show you.
Yeah, and guys, for those of you guys who are watching, like a lot of this stuff, like when you're doing it, it is kind of fail safe. Yeah. It really. I mean, look at that right there. Like just the blends.
Can you see what's in between the track here?
Yeah, you can see how those yellows and things like that. It's kind of your own world.
And then you got the little bushes
tufts in there. Yep.
This is just like I call it the base coat.
Right. Yep.
So, and that's what I come up with that. And then it varies. And every time I mix it, like this is just the stuff along here.
Yeah.
It's just the rough weeds and stuff, and I just glued it in.
Right. And I think that's too, like some people when they're doing scenery, they kind of overthink it. It's like, when you go outside, it's like nothing really makes sense. It's kind of like you can kind of make it as you go and
make it random.
Whatever you think it. I mean, it exists out in the real world, like that right there with the yellows in there. And I think that's
just real random.
That's an important.
I got all different colors of these weeds and different sizes of these little weed clumps.
That's an important part of when I do scenery is like when you're doing, like, you don't want everything to be like a solid green, but when you give it that little bit of yellow, it gives it like that sun-kissed look, like the sun hits it and kills it a little bit, which is what you kind of want.
Anyway, here's a crossing. I just take the railroad ties out.
What do you use? I was going to say, what do you use for grade crossing there? That's nice.
Just Gargrave ties, and I sand them down so they're lower than the center part. So you got the upper rail sticks in.
That's super. That's a great idea.
Same thing. I just I build the gravel up and, make it look somewhat realistic.
That's beautiful.
Anyway, these are the staging yards. This is the main one you saw earlier with all of the
Yes.
stuff underneath. That's the long one. That was the original one. And I thought, well, I got all this extra space. So I went ahead and added one under here. And it's kind of dark, but you can see down there's another 6 tracks. And they're about 16 feet long. So, and they're all connected, so I can drive a train down there and pick it up. And then here's another building that's not hooked up.
Another Menards. That's nice.
Yep.
Where did you get the tank train cars? Are those Lionel?
Yeah, I'll show you those too. These are. I bought the original tank train set from Lionel.
Oh,
and that came with like 8 cars and 2 engines or something. Yep. And then I bought the new set they came out with, Then I probably bought another half dozen cars. So I don't know. That's not all of them. I think there's a string hiding over there. And then I did the same thing on the other side. I said, well, I got a runaround track. You can see that's what this is right here.
Yeah, I like those maxi cars there too. Those are nice.
Well, most of those are K-line, but I also have a bunch of the Menards ones in there. If you
Menards,
didn't pick
really?
them up- if you didn't pick them up and hold them and look at them, you wouldn't know they weren't
Yeah,
the same.
wow.
'Cause they're
No, I didn't know
scale-wise,
Menards
they're
made them.
Yep. So
The fraction
anyway,
of the
this
cost.
is this is another one that goes down this way,
Beautiful.
and you got another staging yard. So I got quite a few staging yards. I can put more of my cars out on the layout. So that's what all that is. But yeah, there's a lot of unfinished. This is all going to be the passenger and freight yard.
Wow. Now, how long that right there, Rich? How long is that run right there all the way down?
Let's see.
20 feet, 30 feet? 20 feet?
Yeah, it's about 20 feet, I think. At least 20 feet.
And how many tracks do you have right there?
6 main tracks.
6 tracks.
Yep. And
So
then there's a kind of a runaround track.
You can get a really nice consist down through there.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I got mostly the passenger cars, because they take so darn much room.
They take so much. They take up so much space.
Yep. And then this is the island where the Y comes out right through here, the other side.
Okay.
And anyway, I got a couple. I got Herman's pickle plant right here.
Very nice. So
And
what
then
are your
Morrison's
current projects that you're working on right now?
Well, right now I'm actually trying to get my roundhouse done.
Yeah, that takes time. Oh, you
Yeah,
got the 5
so-
stall just like me. That's what I have, the 5 stall.
It's just 4. It's 4
Oh, you
stall,
got a 4. Nice.
yeah, I got a 4 stall. Yeah, I still got to put I just talked to somebody. I got to go buy some of those little fine tip markers so I can put the cracks in the concrete and do all that. But it's all
Yeah.
been painted, and you can see it's pretty much
It looks really good.
it's ready to roll.
Good.
And I'm still working on I was playing with this track yesterday, trying to get the alignment on the turntable. And I got it, but now I got to adjust the height of the turntable on this side up a little bit so the tracks line up better. But anyway, I got one of those roll-up 2-stall engine houses.
Nice.
That'll go right here next to this single stall.
Beautiful.
But the project I'm working on now is I every time I sit down to do something's missing in my turntable. Like I was, here's another nice engine. This is that 210-10-2.
Yeah, it's a Vision line
Yeah, and all the passenger cars are up there on the shelf.
with
over-
the what is that? The slope back
Over there.
tender. They're beautiful.
yeah, over there.
Look at all the passenger cars. Oh my God.
Yeah, I got
How
the
many-
blue goose hiding up there too.
How many in real life did they prototypically have 210-10-2s? How many did Santa Fe have?
They only made 9 of them originally,
They made 9 of them.
and they ended up after I think just a year they ended up scrapping the whole thing, and they ended up cutting them in half and making them back into 210. Yep.
Or 210-2s, yeah.
Yep. Anyway, this is the 3D printed oil tanks that
I remember
made.
seeing those. Those are really nice.
You can tell they're backwards. The numbers are different, but anyhow.
Yeah, I love them. How much work goes into one of those, Rich?
Actually, not bad. The tank's printed as one piece, the railings and all that, and I print the lid. The lid's a separate piece right up here.
Yeah.
Put that down, and then the little hatch here and the side hatch down here, that was a separate piece. And then the stairs are another set. And the way the stairs work is I painted the tanks first because the pictures I had showed the ladders or the stairs were black.
Okay.
So I super glued this top piece onto the tank, and I let it sit for about an hour so it was good and solid.
Right.
And then I just took and bent the stairs down, tried to keep this parallel. And then I glued the center step in, and I just held it for a while. And then once I got it and it stayed, then I bent it on around and glued the bottom one in. And I took and scraped the paint off right under where I was gluing, so it would make sure it got plastic to plastic.
Then you just
But
use like a CA glue?
Yeah, it's you'd think it's junk, but it's where is it? I got a bottle of it sitting here somewhere. Here it is. I buy 3 bottles at a time off of Amazon, and it's all in Chinese. You can't read any of it, but they call it iron glue. Here it is.
Oh my gosh.
That's what it is. What is the numbers on it? It's 5210, and it's got yeah. It's something else. You glue it, and it holds. I use it so much of it's ridiculous. But um, uh, can you read it?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can see it.
I think it says 5210. But yeah, that's
5210, yeah.
it's some good stuff. I use it on
question. I got a question here from Raymond Lakes. He says, "Do you have any European OMTH?"
I don't. I was for a while way back when they first came out with the German steam engine. You know,
Yes.
the Army German. I
Right.
wanted to get one of those because I'm German descent, but I always thought it'd be neat if I was going to have anything European. That would be cool to get. But I've never come across one, and I really haven't searched for it much. So
It's few and
that's
far
the
between.
only
I
got
think.
done. Anyway, these are all the K-line ones under here. You can't even tell them any different from
No,
not
not at
K-line.
all.
These are the Menard ones. I mean,
Those are Menards?
yeah, these are all the Menard ones. So I compared them side by side. They're the same lengths, same container sizes. And then, of course, more Alaska back in there. But anyhow,
Absolutely beautiful.
yeah. So my project now, other than I got to get all the elevated track in the background back there. All of that's got to get scenic. So I got to start with my cardboard strips and plasters going up, but that's going to be a while yet. I just get tired of one thing, I move to something else. Anyway, this is my work area
Okay, very nice.
where I keep all my pieces and parts and glues and stuff, and
Brushes,
toolboxes,
colors,
parts.
everything.
Yeah, well, see all these brushes that I got hundreds of, and I got bags of hundreds. All that's from Temu.
No way.
All the wood strips and stir sticks, and yeah. So, yeah, I get a lot of stuff from Temu, but I tell you what, when you can get 200 brushes for $5, why not? You know what I mean? Anyway, this is my computer desk over here, my printer. I got a new laser. I got it connected to the computer and I downloaded it, but I haven't got all the software in it yet and done that.
Now, is that a resin printer?
No, that's actually a laser.
That's laser.
So if you want to make like business cards, you could laser etch your own business cards.
Oh, gotcha. Very nice.
Signs. Then I got a couple more cars over here that I can custom make.
Yeah, I see with the black, just a blank.
And then there's the that's
There, that's nice.
the set that they came out with for the Golden Spike. And this set here has got a dead engine. I got to figure out why. It's a K-line
Are those E6s or E8s?
E8.
E8s. Okay.
And then I got the U50s. This is my UP wall here. UP.
Okay.
So I got the rocket train set is up there. And of course I got the Air Force.
Oh, the Legacy Station?
Yep. And they're both the SD70s, I think. And then there's my 2 Centennials.
Yep. Ooh, look at that
Right.
there. A44.
Yep.
Beautiful.
And
The aux
got
tender.
a Challenger over there. So,
Is that a
and
cab
then,
forward I see down there?
Yep. Got that right here.
Very nice.
And then, of course, a bunch of F units, another custom
Bloody
painted.
noses. Nice.
Yeah, those are custom painted. And I think the cotton belt, maybe the B unit, I think was custom.
Yeah, definitely looks like cotton belt.
Yeah. So anyway, and then this is the few passenger cars for the Alaska Railroad.
The Alaska ones. Those yellow and blue ones are beautiful.
Yeah, I always liked that paint scheme. And I picked up
Kodachrome. I see the Kodachrome down there.
Yep, that's just a Jeep 9, I think there.
GP9. Yep.
And then these are the nice ones. These are the Legacy
Those are beautiful.
ones.
Are those tunnel motors?
Yep. Yeah. Two of them are powered and one's a dummy, I think. One the dummy smokes and probably
Are those
has.
T-2s or just SD40-2s?
These are T-2s.
Okay.
Tunnel motor -2s, and then of course.
Oh, we lost you there. Hopefully, pop back on here. No, Raymond, he does have a.
There we go.
Boy. Oh yes, he's back.
Don't know what happened. I must have hit something. Yeah,
Raymond,
this is,
your big boy there. What road number is your big boy, Rich?
I have 4014 and 4012. One of them's Legacy, and one is or one's a Vision Line. The other one is a MTH upgraded to TMCC.
Gotcha.
It was a Proto one that I upgraded.
I have 4012.
Yeah, that's the That's the Legacy or the MTH upgraded. Anyway, then I got
GS's
different-
there.
Yeah, one's the scale and the other one's the
Semi-scale, yeah.
And then I got I still got a bunch of stuff to put out that are in boxes. I just haven't got them out yet.
Nice.
But
Is that
this is
down below there? Is that an RS3 or RS? What is that?
this one right here?
Yeah, is that an RS?
Yeah, that's a K line.
RS3.
They did the SP and the Cotton Belt one.
Okay, very nice.
308 and 309. So I
Those
got
are cool little engines. I like those.
Yeah, I think they're pretty cool.
They're neat.
And then I've got a bunch of these. Oh, like this is the
The Centennial again.
yep.
Cotton Belt tunnel motor.
I got these. I think all of these probably came in the tank sets. That one I got.
Tunnel motor. Yeah, very nice.
There's probably a couple more that are still in the box, but
I love the Southern Pacific Bloody Nose. I think that's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
they're
a really
pretty
nice.
neat. These
Beautiful.
are the U-30s.
U-boats.
Yep. So, and then I got some old stuff up here. This was just a
240. Nice.
tin plate that they had. A friend of mine, the same guy,
Yeah.
custom that Alaska Railroad for me. Made all the badges and everything. And then somebody gave me this. This was a Weaver B&O. It's only B&O I got.
Oh, Weaver. Yeah, Weaver actually was about 20 minutes for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really close to us. Yep.
Well, I upgraded this little Weaver engine right here. It's the other Valley Flyer one.
Oh, I see it there. Yeah, that 462.
I put a sound and TMCC unit in that. And some of these, I don't even know. I don't even think they're probably MTH, but I don't think they're all Proto one.
Now, do you have what's your favorite steam locomotive, Rich? Like what out of like what you have, what's your favorite?
Oh boy, it's a toss up. I think the big boy mainly is the one my brother always says, "Oh, put that out, let him ride." It's got awesome, the whistle on that thing is so deep and throaty, and it's pretty impressive watching it run.
Yeah, when you got three speakers in it, you get some sound.
Yep. But I think just for uniqueness, I like the 210-10-2s.
That
so
is a cool engine.
Yeah, here's the sister one of the other one I had. And what's
you have
neat
two?
about it? Yeah, this is the original one I got right here.
About 3,000 probably. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the original 3000.
Is it a good runner?
Yeah, they both run real good.
Beautiful.
And of course, the other one, I got all kinds of. I don't know if you knew that K-Line did the SD75s.
Yeah.
So I got like 5 of them. They're all the same number, 2004. But I liked it so well that I ended up getting. I'm going to have to go down and plug in my battery, or we're going to run out. We'll call it good for tonight for my show.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think this is just absolutely beautiful.
We'll go down here. I'll plug back in, and I'll just talk to you about some things.
Please do. Yes, please do.
I'll turn the camera back around here.
I got this brand new S2, and it's running more than what it probably knows what to do. It's like, what's going on?
Okay, I got to find where this turns the camera around again here.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Let me turn everything off in here.
This brand new S2, and it's running more than what it knows what to do. So, Rich, what kind of layout did you have before you decided to make that big one? Like, what were you what did you have?
Turn off multiple sound units here.
There we go.
Let me turn everything off in here. I had 3 different things on, so I didn't want it all echoing.
Oh, you're all right. You're good.
Okay. Well, what started all of this off in the beginning for me even to get into O-scale was when I went to Alaska. It was in 1984. I was in the Air Force. I had a new young family. I don't know, 2 kids at the time. They were just, 2, 4 years old. And I ended up running into a guy who was an absolute train fanatic.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And he had a huge N-scale collection. And I was into N-scale at the time. So we became really good friends. And I don't know, after about 2 years in Alaska, I guess MTH came out with that ABA set of Alaska O-scale.
Right.
And so I went ahead and told him, well, that's really neat. So we went down to Anchorage to a hobby shop down there. And he had already ordered it and bought me one and said, hey, I got something for you. So he gave me that ABA MTH O-scale set. So that got me going. And like me, I can't just have an engine. So I ordered the passenger car sets that was in the box and a loop of track. I think at that time it was probably the Atlas track. And then that's when I got my first Z4000. So anyway, that's kind of all I had for a while.
Yeah.
I ended up moving into my own house and changing and got different jobs. And, I was up in Alaska for 30 some years, from 1984 till just last year.
Here's a disclaimer, guys. 1984 was the year I was born. So there you could take that with however you want.
Well, I just turned 71 and I won't.
Oh man. Hey, it's just a number. It's just a number.
Yeah, it is. Well, I'll tell you what, though, I'm feeling it now. This last trip to Alaska and back just wore me out.
Yeah, you were saying you were all over different time zones.
Yeah, well, four-hour change going up there. But anyway, my best friend in Alaska, he retired too early and found himself short on the money handle.
Sure.
So I had a pretty decent job. I was a facilities maintenance supervisor for a family-owned airline, and divorced, didn't have any. All my kids were growing up, so I was making good money.
Yeah.
And the guy came up to you and says, I got to get some money. He said, I'll do to sell you my trains and to try to sell them on eBay. So we made a deal. I gave him $300 every payday. And I had one of those 4-place snow machine trailers.
Yeah.
24 by 8 foot, whatever.
Yeah.
And I had a shelf down one side. And I said, you know what I like? I want scale O. I don't want any O27 crap. And you know what I like for railroads. So every payday he'd stick about, I don't know, $500 or $600 worth of trains in my shed. I said, you just give me whatever you think's fair. So I gave him money every payday. And honestly, I didn't know how much I had and till I moved it down here. But unfortunately, he passed away last December. And I think I ended up with most of his collection, but he did have a bunch of trains, but his greedy family and brothers, even though all 3 of them called me up and said, hey, John passed away, and he's told us you get all of his trains. Says, oh, really? Okay, well, I'll come up in spring. This is middle of winter, 40 below and cold.
Yeah, sure.
So my first trip back up this spring was in I forget, May, June, April, May. I called them up and they all acted dumb and said, oh, we sold all of his trains in an auction. We got $50,000. We got $50,000 for it. And it's mostly N scale, but he had a lot of O scale yet. And I said, "Oh, really?" And I just said, "Oh, okay." And I just let it drop. I said,
Sure.
Don't argue. He didn't have a will, so that was a problem.
Right.
It was word of mouth between them and me, and I really didn't need it. It would have been fun to go through it and pick out what I wanted and sell what I didn't, but I'd have had to get it from Alaska down to here.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the way I got all my trains down here, well, carry the story on. He came up. He says, "Hey, you want to buy this?" And it was the MTH Big Boy. And I think I gave him $700 or $800 for it, which was he just had gotten it. It was $1,200, I think, when he bought it. So I took it to the Greek bar that I went up to put the lights on here this last week or 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and set it up on the bar on a Sunday. And we're running this thing up and down on the bar. And I sent a picture of it running to my boss in Fairbanks. And I said, "Hey, Rob, isn't this cool?" I said, "I got a whole trailer full of this stuff, but nowhere to run it." He says, "Well, how much room do you need?" And I said, "Well, more the merrier." But he ended up taking me up into one of the hangar rooms that he wasn't using. This is a junk room. And it ended up being 15 by 22. So we gutted that. And then in 3 days, I had bench work built and tracks up and was running trains. But I had a layup up there from like 2014 until 2018 when I tore it down to move it down here.
Yeah.
So, yep. Anyway, that was what I had there, and then when I decided to build this house, my brother sold me the lot I'm on, and I decided, okay, I'm going to build a house, and the whole top floor is going to be my train layout room. So
Yeah.
that's what I did. So that's where I'm at.
Wow. That's an incredible story. That's absolutely awesome. Is there anything like going through all of that you found that like wanted to like push you more to collect even more trains and things like that? Are you pretty content like where you're at, or are you always striving to say like what can I do next?
I'm pretty much, I keep saying I'm pretty much done buying, but there's the one thing I don't have is the Big Blow in UP. You know, that's
Okay.
the Big Blow, and I might have an opportunity to get one of those here pretty soon. I haven't heard from the guy. We're afraid he might have passed away on us because he had was on dialysis with his kidneys bad shape. But anyway, that's really the only engine that I would say if I had an opportunity to pick one up would be the Big Blow, because I got and the verandas, and I got a lot of.
What was your? I mean, obviously living in Alaska, but was that like your push to be getting into like the Alaska Railroad, or were you into it before that?
Well, going to Alaska got me into the Alaska Railroad, no doubt about that.
Sure, yeah.
But I think the attraction for me was I was always into Santa Fe, and I liked their blue and yellow, and I liked the red and silver. So it was an easy attachment. I don't know, was that me making all that noise or?
Yeah, it's fine. You're good. You're good. I just think that's really, really amazing to hear like all of these stories, and for like myself and things like that. It's a generational thing. It's not something that we just create. It's something that is brought to us from generation to generation. And for myself, it was my grandfather. Being in Pennsylvania, it was Pennsylvania. It was New York Central. It was sometimes it was like Seaboard. It was out to Sioux Line. It was a bunch of these different things. But for certain people, it's like Alaska. Like the Alaskan Railroad was very intriguing to me.
A lot of people didn't know about
obscure. It. Yeah, I remember we used to get these Pentrex videos back in the 80s that my grandfather would have, and it was like the Alaskan Railroad and BC Rail and things like that, of these obscure railroads, but they just had this like visual look to them that when you saw them, it was like you knew how to identify them with and things like that, and you just stuff like that you just don't really forget. Now when it came to like everybody kind of likes the big boys, and people were, they remember Big Boy, and they remember 844 and 4449 and 1218 and things like that. But it goes, when I was a kid, I always thought that like, oh, the Class A, the 1218, there was only one made, and there was only one 4449 made, and 844.
Right.
But there's like hundreds of them made, and it's just like that's the only one that you remember because it's the only one that they preserved.
Yeah.
Right, that's left. Or like a Y6B where they made 100 of them.
Right.
And I can't imagine the magnitude of production to make 100 of them steam locomotives, not only making them but maintaining them.
Especially if you ever watch a factory, when they're showing you how they build it and they're rolling those big boilers and welding
It's
them and all that.
insane, and it's like they're just and there's no machines, there's no like computers doing it. It's all hand done. Like it's men doing it. It's it's not necessarily a lost art, but I think that I feel like it's coming back more. I feel like people are really appreciating that generation and kind of like what the steam era has did for us back, in the 30s and the 40s and on up into the diesel transition of just how much work and how much man hours were put into keeping the world moving.
Yeah. Well, they got a lot of them in restoration right now. I forget how many, somewhere around 6 or 8 steam engines
yeah.
right now.
Just in Pennsylvania, the T1 they're restoring. They're doing 613, the Greenbrier and things like that. And
what's the steam engine they're building from scratch?
Exactly.
That's the T1 or
we went to we rode on the 2102 Reading Rambles, which is a 484 Northern. And it's amazing to see when you're a passenger and you're riding down with crossings and you look at the crossing and you just see dozens and dozens of people with cameras out, and it's amazing because people see this and it's like that was a norm back in the day. Now it's like it's an event. It's a special occasion.
Well, I was blessed and fortunate to be able to go to Utah when the big boy was revealed out of restoration.
Yeah.
And they had the anniversary of the Promontory Point and all that.
Yeah.
I got to see the reveal there. That was pretty awesome. And it was funny because as a kid, I always said, boy, I'd sure like to see one of those run again. And I thought I never would. And here it is.
Yeah. It's
10
been
years
running
ago.
for how many years now? Right.
Yeah. 10 years probably, or at least 8, I think. Well, no, let's see. At least 5 because I picked my truck that I have in Utah. My son and I went there and saw it and then drove down here. And I was just starting to build my house. So it's 5-6 years ago.
Right.
But yeah, my dad was born in New York. He was where was it? Long Island, New York's where he grew up. So he's big into the New York Central and the Pennsy and all that.
Yeah.
And he always loved the big Hudsons, that was his engine.
That's absolutely.
When I was in diapers, he and my brother, they had a gigantic collection, 2 Army Foot Lockers full of O-scale trains, and they took them to England and Taiwan and all those places with us. So that's how I got introduced into trains. And then of course as a kid growing up, I went through Lionel HO and then HO and then N scale, and then finally settled into O scale. I still got a huge N scale collection, but it's just sitting in the box right now.
Right. Is it something you think you'll hold on to, or do you think you'll eventually sell it, or does it have like sentimental value to you?
I kind of both. The stuff that I kept were all my Alaska Railroad N scale engines, the SD70s that came out, and they were all DCC upgraded and stuff. So
right. Oh, sure, absolutely.
Don't necessarily want to get rid of them, but I sold 200 Katy Microtrains cars here a little while ago at one of the train shows, and sold them for $4 a piece just to unload them. They were going for $25 a piece, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we got a train show coming up on the 11th, and I got to go down to that. And I got like I said, I got an engine I got to pick up and one I'm taking to get programmed.
Sure. Did you say you're going to New York or no?
Not this year.
Not this year. Okay.
The guy that I've been doing a lot of layout work for down in Columbia, he hopefully his health improves, but he and I were talking about riding the train up next year.
Nice.
From Columbia, basically, and then going all the way up to York, and then we'll probably stay a couple days, and then I don't know if we'll fly back or drive the train back or what, but just something different.
That'll be awesome. That's fantastic. Well, hey, Don, I appreciate you coming on here. Rich, Don. I keep seeing Ron. I see Raymond and Ron and all this other stuff on here. I appreciate you coming on, man, and showing us your layout. You're welcome anytime. We'll definitely have you on here again for sure. And I'll have to get down there sometime if I'm ever down south.
Yeah, I'd like to get spend a day or two here so you can show me some of your fantastic scenicking techniques.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I like the
definitely
way
help
you
you out,
got the clutter around the side of the tracks. It looks good.
yeah, I definitely love to help you out. It's just one of those things where it's like I said earlier, it's like a fail safe thing, but you got to be. It's kind of like envision like what you're kind of trying to see or trying to go for and things like that. Like up here, it's a little bit different because in PA and then up here in North, you see a lot of the difference. The seasons and things like that. And you can kind of look at something and be like, oh, I think I'm going to incorporate that in my layout and stuff like that. Where when you're down south further, it's a lot more flat. You don't really have a lot of that terrain stuff. But anyway, I really appreciate you being on, man, and we'll do this again for sure. I appreciate you taking your time and showing us
not
your
a problem. I enjoyed it.
And
hope everybody else enjoyed it too.
Oh, they did absolutely, man. But thanks so much, and we appreciate you, buddy.
All right, guys, take care. See you next time.
Have a good night, man.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
So there's Rich, guys, showing us a beautiful layout. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm probably going to pop off here in a couple of minutes. I just want to say thank you to everybody who bared with us through some of the kinks and things earlier in the night with trying to get this S2 on the layout, and to Big Rich and things like that for hooking me up and letting me know what was going on with my S2. But we will be back here next week. Same time, same channel. If you guys have any questions before the end of the night, pop them into the chat now. Also, too, I'll have to double check, but I think Mad Mike is going to be going live tomorrow. Hopefully it's Mad Mike and Gold Standard Trains, which will be Tom. Those guys are amazing. They're excellent. They put on a really good show. Their conversations are great. So if you have any other questions tonight, like to hear them, again, Mad Mike and Tom probably tomorrow night. I don't think Mad Mike's on anymore tonight, but if he is, he can chime in, but he's probably not. If something changes, you guys will probably hear it. Also, Joker's Trains will be on Sunday. If you're not a member of the Discord, we can get you hooked up with the Discord. It's a really good community for not only model railroad enthusiasts, but O-scale guys, HO, whatever scale that you're into. We'd love to hook you up and to get everybody in this wonderful community that we call Model Trains. So we're going to stay on here a couple more minutes. If there's any other questions, anything else like that, Raymond, I see you got a lot of stuff going on here, man, which is great. I really appreciate you coming on here tonight, all of you guys. So we're going to stay on for a couple more minutes and finish the night off. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And if you haven't already subscribed to Tattoo Trains, the channel here, please go ahead and do that. We like to get as many subscribers as we can to provide you with more content so we can do more lives. I'll always be doing lives no matter if there's one person or if there's 100. Hopefully down the road, we'll be doing some different giveaways and things like that. If there's anything that anybody has any suggestions for, definitely open to that as well. But again, I appreciate each and every one of you for taking your time out here. It looks like we have about 14 people online. If you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and hit that like button now. So yeah, we'll give a couple more minutes here, and then we'll wrap this up for your Wednesday evening. Darren, I appreciate you being here, man. Thanks so much for listening, watching. If you did both, if you have any feedback, please leave it. If it's good, awesome. If it's bad, I don't want to hear it. No, I'm just kidding. I take all the feedback I can. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. It means a lot to me that you take your time to be on here on Wednesday evenings when you could be doing something else. It means the world. We're gonna have. I'm trying to get Al lined up for Millhouse River Studio to be on here. Just scheduling and things like that and conflicts have been arising a little bit, so we're going to try to get him nailed down for the next couple of weeks, get him on here. And if any of you guys want to be on the stream, if you message me in Discord, or if you'd like to, I'm going to provide my email right here at the bottom. please send me an email along with like your YouTube name. And the next time we do a live, which will be next Wednesday, probably around 7:30, 8 o'clock, I'd love to have you on, do a little run through, kind of like with what we did with Rich. Love to see your layouts, love to see what you're working on. And so yeah, hit me up on that email there if you want to, or just wait till next week and we can get you on as a guest. I'd like to have more guests on here. Some people that don't really get a chance to be on some things, I'd love to have you on and talk about your layouts. I don't care how big they are. I don't care what scale you're doing. Doesn't matter to me. Just as long as you're having fun, that's what we're here about. We're here about fun. Boy, this S2, I'm going to tell you right now, it's got a workout tonight. This thing has been on for like 3 hours, 2 hours. It's probably wondering what the heck is going on. You've been running me all night. Just a pinch further. And if there's any other questions, guys, as far as layout stuff or scenery or anything else like that, if there's anything that you've seen that you would like to have answered, I'd love to answer that for you in a video. I know a couple people were asking. Mad Mike was actually one of the most recent ones about my lift out and how I use that for my getting in and out of the inside of the layout here. I'd love to break that stuff down for you and help you out. So let me know. John Torque, Train Fanatic. What's up, man? Been listening for a while. Was at the club. Couldn't chat. Home now. Nice, dude. Glad you could pop on. Raymond has a lot of European HO trains. Raymond, if you could, that email that you see above there, mike.wrench.jr@gmail.com, send some of that stuff to me. I'd love to see it. I think that stuff's amazing. It's always good to see different things. So anyway, boys, turn the trains down for the night. I think we're gonna call it an evening. Again, appreciate you being here. Anybody else has some last comments, anything at all? Let me know. But other than that, we're gonna pop off here in about a minute, and we will be back. Like I said, we'll be back here next week. Be on the lookout for Mad Mike and Tom, Gold Standard Trains, potentially tomorrow. I haven't heard anything, but if it does come to fruition, I'll let you guys know. Or check the Discord if you're not a member of the Discord. Let me see if I can get you. Let me get you a link to the Discord. Engage Evolution, invite people. So here's the invite to the Discord, guys. Freaking Rich. If you guys aren't on Joker's Trains Discord, right here's the link. I just provided it below. Check it out. It's O-Gauge Evolution. Again, you can be an O-Gauger. You don't have to be an O-Gauger, but Zach would appreciate you signing up. We'd like to get more people on there. You know, like I said, don't have to be an O-Gauger. You can be O, can be Z, can be N, whatever. LGBTQ, whatever you are. Rich, we'll talk, man. Rich, I'll send you a message here. We're going to do this right now. You go to Discord. I'm going to send you my cell phone number. You can text me. if you need anything. Western Maryland. Oh, Jake, don't be sending me that stuff, bro. Oh, and I will say, Rich, thanks so much for telling me about that bar that goes across that S2. I wouldn't even have looked for it. I would have just stuck those things on with a magnet and called it a day. So I appreciate you. I like boxcars. It's like I like turtles, right? What kind of boxcars do you like, John? Big Rich, I just texted you my phone number, or I messaged you my phone number. I like boxcars. This is the one that Rich wants. Right here. It's got pretty good details on it. You know, this is kind of a nice boxcar. I don't know, Rich. I don't know if I'm going to sell this. Just the downfall. It doesn't really go with anything that I have, you know? It's kind of like one of those on a whim buys. Same thing with the Autoracks. And again, guys, if you know anybody that wants Autoracks, let me know. I'm trying to sell 8 of them. 2 of them are in boxes and they're sitting right over here. Oh, good, Rich. Awesome. Send me a text whenever. Remember, I'm on the East Coast, bro. So if you text me at 11 o'clock at night, it's late. Free ones. Nice, John. Yeah. He doesn't care what it is as long as it's free. I'll get you one that says Mr. Muffins. Refrigerated cars. Yeah, they're nice cars. They're nice cars for sure, bro. All right, boys. We're going to pop off here for the night. Thanks again for jumping on. And we'll see you next week. I'll make an announcement again probably next Wednesday, something like that, in the morning, in the afternoon, when we're going to be popping on. So, yeah. Thanks again for coming on, and we'll see you next week. Enjoy your evening and enjoy the rest of your week. Take care, guys.